Okay, guys. I know I've woken up in the middle of the night, and it was like at 2 something, but it was because the baby was in there crying. He was in the restroom, like on the other side of the house, and he was crying. And I was trying to see what was going on because he'll scream out real loud like he crying, and he really don't be, and then shut up real quick. But they like he bounced off the walls. So anyway, in the mid morning, and what I'm getting is um I did a reading, but it was a real bad thunderstorm, real bad. And so I couldn't go through with it. But what I was getting was a power control freak that ego have been strucken. You are dealing with a power control freak that their ego have been strucken, and they're moving along or whatever, trying to register what have happened, because all this time, and for like quite a bit of years, this person been going around. If you haven't been in a long-term relationship with them, then they were going around with hopping from here to there to there. They could never be satisfied. This person is still looking for some type of feeling or something on the outer surface of themselves that they're not going to find. The person can be in their 30s, 40s, 50s, or something like that, even in their 20s, because you have 20-year-olds that are, looking for their, ready to connect with their spiritual partner as well. You got two people, again, I state, the only thing different with these people is they operate like they're a bit alike, but they try to move differently, if that makes sense. Both of them still are egotistical, prideful people that feel entitled, that feel that they had to feel the need to, they need to have their feels. That's the problem. I said feel the need, like, which I wasn't trying to say that like that. Feel the need to have feels of what requires what fit the criteria to match what they're looking for. This person is not understanding both of them. You got one that's trying to come back real bad. You got another one, and then you got another person just on the sideline that's repping for you and wanting to get to know you as well. And they could be a bit younger than you. This person, again, I state, could be an Aquarius or Earth sign. This person been watching you or whatever, and they want to get. And I'm gonna have to pull some more on them because I don't want my collective diving out their head first and already be a mess, like come the next 6 months. So for the people that want to stay, that know that they need to stay single or whatever. You got all the time in the world to just work on you and love you. Now, as for these other two jive turkeys, because they're jivers and shakers, they going around looking for someone that's going to give them some type of feeling or passion or something or another. They could have left from communicating or being with you. You and this person had like a connection or whatever, but this person can never be satisfied. Neither one of them. So if you got two people here that you've been connected to that can never be satisfied, then these people are just spinning their wheels. And matter of fact, or whatever, like, I know that people have to dress a certain type of way for their jobs, and they have to do things, they have to meet the criteria of doing things that fit their particular situation of how they work and move or whatever. Like, say for instance, you're dealing with a prostitute, streetwalker, or a younger female that haven't been nurtured or fathered, or don't really love themselves, that like to stay, they like to be nude all the time and all of that. Like, that kind of behavior is for people that got a job in that field. You don't just go pick up someone that's a natural born young whore and thinking that you're going to get a fulfillment out of that. It may be passionate for one night, just as this person want you for one night. They actually got someone that they live with, like that they're in a marriage with. They mess with other people and connect with them and form connections while they already got a person at home that they may have children with. And then they jump out there in that water with the sharks, like I say, and form other little connections outside of, and what they're looking for is right inside of them. They're never going to wish fulfillment or love someone or even find that passion until it's found deep within, rooted, seated, embedded, and they're loving themselves. And the problem is they're not loving themselves to the core. You can't get that feeling if you don't love yourself to the core. Okay? I'm going to tell y'all about a situation. I went out and through and out life or whatever. Like, my first time, granted, I had been touched on and all kinds of stuff before I even had a child, but I had my first child at 14 years old, and it wasn't willingly. Like, that wasn't something that I wanted. And so I went throughout life. I even got married at 22 years old, even although I had been with other, a few other partners before I got married. I got married at a young age. I was with that person for years. Me and that person, at first, it was like, to me, I felt it was love. I didn't sleep with this person right away. That's what made this person want to marry me. So, people are looking for a feeling in other people, to experience this feeling with other people that they're never going to get. Besides the point, if you're getting a nude basically a female that really don't care about exposing herself, she don't give a fuck. I'm going to tell you right out here to die point blank. If you got a female that love to dress nude all the time and don't care about, all they care about is the finer things and the outer surface of materialism, you got an empty-hearted ass person. You will never experience passion, no love or passion with that person. It will always be an emptiness. Always. I'm sorry to tell you, but there's nothing in that treasure chest box. Not even passion of sex, money, love, warmth, nothing. You will not experience it. I don't care how young you go. I don't care how old you go. You will not experience it. That person don't embody that passion for you, honey. And if you don't feel it for yourself, you will never experience it. I had to wait till I got older or whatever. And when I didn't have passion till I was in my 30s. Like my late 30s, to be exact. And I just remember like really just opening myself up, and like I hadn't got out of a long, hard relationship, but it felt like once this person started doing things to break my trust and cause me to shut my heart off to them, I could never get it. It was just straight up lust and sex or whatever. Besides, if you are dealing with a person that don't have that passion within, they're not passionate, you're not going to ever experience it. I'm going to tell you. And when you do, you're going to know it. I mean, this explosion that I experienced, it was so, man, woo. I will never forget that. And like it was and I think that's the reason why this man just went fucking lunatic on me. Because I opened up like that and was loving myself and cared. I love me. And it was just in a spur of the moment one night that I wasn't even trying to open myself up like that to this person, because we had been together, but we started out supposed to be being friends. I had left my ex-husband, and to majorly get over my ex-husband, I jumped out there and got into another connection. But the issue was for me to jump out there and do that to solely get over my ex-husband, because that was a challenge that I didn't think that I could overcome, like leaving my ex-husband, because I was dealing with all sorts of issues within that connection, and it was not, I wanted someone, but I meant that I wasn't going to be with them without being married. So I meant that I wasn't going to do that anymore, how I had been experiencing things and doing them before I got married, before I met my ex-husband. I wasn't going to just be being with people like that. No. So if I tell you, like, I knew what I was doing, it was just like in the spur of the moment. One night I just opened myself up, and I was like, because we were in a moment, and I was like, we're starting out like friends, we're like friends, which I shouldn't have been sleeping with him either or whatever, because he wasn't even worthy of it, period. After everything I went through, after I came substance to the reality of what that truly was, I knew that I had made a mistake of doing that, because number one, God had already told me when I left my ex-husband, he wanted me to go be alone. And I felt the need to feel I had to have someone. So, like I'm stating, these people running, I don't care what age they are, if you don't have two people, and I believe whatever this man had opened up to me as well, that's why it happened in the heat of the moment like that, because it was a fucking heat of the moment. You don't just get, God is not going to just give you no heat of the moment in no empty, cold vessel, materialized outer surface people. You will not experience that. You have to be one accord, and you also have to have passion within for yourself. I mean, and it have to, be at its highest peak. And if you're not doing that, then you're not going to find it. If you're not doing that for self, don't expect to find that in no one else. And what we have here is a lot of closed off, hard, cold, brick wall hearted individuals that are reaching and fetching for outer surface passion, sex, love, money, materialism, and a look, and going and copping bodies and so forth, or whatever. This world hearts are cold, and so many people, they're not experiencing no heat of passion, of no oneness or openness of no one. Their hearts are not open. They don't feel for themselves. If they did, you would see it in their actions. I don't know what these empty vessel people are wandering around trying to look for, but they'll never find it until they find it in them. So what this person is looking for, I don't know. Because they're empty. They're out here searching, hop, skipping, and jumping from partner to partner and people to people, trying to look for a feeling that they'll never receive unless they find it within. They have to be passionate, in love, feeling it, openness, oneness within thyself before they'll ever experience what they're looking for. And by the looks of it, they're not, because they're looking for a look. They're feeling for a passion. They're searching for something that's gonna give them a feeling that they're not gonna get, because the majority of these people, like I'm telling you, they don't love themselves like that. These people, they only deal with you, if they're dealing with you, is because if you got money, you're rich, you're famous, popular, something, one, another, or whatever. These people don't, and they will have a baby by you real quick and fast, or whatever, to just be a part of your life, to be taken care of, because people are looking to be taken care of. They aren't looking to fulfill themselves and love thyself. They're not. They're just not. So you're not going to find that unless you find it within. So guys, the person that you're dealing with, I did pull some cards. They got someone else, but they're messing around with someone else, or they jumped into something really, really quick. And they're starting to realize really, really quick that wasn't what they wanted. They're looking for something in people that they'll never find unless they find it within themselves. And this person is too controlling, egotistical, and cocky to put all of those strongholds down and heal thyself, so that they can walk into true love. So that's all I have for you guys. If you guys don't mind, if you would like and subscribe to my channel. Yes, this person that you're dealing with, they could have been searching for a specific type, age, look, or something of that nature that still haven't brought them what they're looking for, because it's within. Quit looking outside or looking for someone else to fulfill a feeling that only you can give yourself. And then you come together with another person that's given to them, to their self, and loving their self, and it will be an explosion. Hot, passionate love thing, but it have to be love, not lust. So guys, if you don't mind, if you would like and subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. God bless. Donate, $, Charlie's Angel 75. God bless.